Man, welcome back to the Fake Stuff Podcast. We are back at it again, doing what we do, fake football. Crap Man in the building, as always. What's going on, Crap Man?
Oh shoot, nothing much. Just been working all week, and we got this mock draft going tonight. So a little excited. Got best balls underway. First best ball we got going. Been sending out some whack trades, trying to get some deals done. It's just that time of year trying to screw somebody over at this point in time. But Akil, what you got going on, man? Good to have you back on.
What's up, fellas? Glad to be back on the pod. Number one listener. All my Spotify list got the fake stuff on there, but got to be back. Have some fun. So
yes, sir. Got Akil in here. My commish, my bookie, my homie. I am glad we got Akil back on this thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do be wanting to shout out Akil. Akil be doing, the little gambling on the side stuff. I do want to shout him out, but I don't want to get him in trouble either. So it's like, but at least we got Akil on here. So Akil, if you do want to say something about it, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a little sports book. Anyone want to run a book? Hit me up. Got you. No, you got
make you a little money. So. Yep, you already know what you call it. Go ahead, Crab.
I'm just saying I'm gonna get on there football season. I only do football. I was trying to dabble in baseball and basketball and stuff, but man, the Prize Picks and everybody was taking my money real quick. I was like, I need to stop gambling on stuff that I know nothing about.
Yeah, man. Akil, he knows I'm deep in the streets right now. I'm doing Major League Baseball right now. I already placed my UFC, my big one for tomorrow. I'm always, every week, I'll be wondering if Akil be seeing them every week, man. I got to post my UFC bets, man. It's a business trip for me. So, heck, follow me on Twitter at Crew Matt Ham if you want to see my bets I place. I post them on there every now and then. But tonight, though, we're talking about ADPs that we will smash in your startup draft, Superflex, tight end premiums, and in the background, me, Akil, and Craftman, we're going to be doing a mock draft in the background. I'm not going to go through every pick like me and Craftman have done in past episodes where we break it down, what we're trying to do. But just know this. Check us out on YouTube if you want to see what me and Akil and Craftman are just doing on the side. Talk a little strategy tonight, too, I'm sure. We always like to chop it up a little bit. So, heck, is that it? Is there anything I need to add as far as like that goes on, Craftman, as far as like what we're doing tonight?
No, I think you covered it. We're just going to really talk about these ADPs that look kind of delicious right now in startups, and we're going to do one a little bit later talking about the ones we don't like. So, but just for some visual, we got a little mock draft going. We always like mock drafts, so kind of get the brain thinking while we're talking these ADPs.
Yeah, it is going to be tight end premium, PPR, scoring, what else? 6-point touchdowns, I believe. That's right? 6-point touchdown.
Yeah.
Heck, anything else I'm missing? I feel like there's always something. What's the format? 2 flex, 3 flex?
Yeah, super flex, two regular flex, tight end, same old thing. No kickers, no defense, of course. We got rid of them in every league we can.
All right, then. Well, shoot, we already started the mock draft, but as we go on, I just want to say this is what we say. Don't be a hoe. Share the goddamn show. We don't ask for much around here. Heck, I mean, being Craftman, we just do this. This is like our hobby. This is just what we do. So all we really ask is just share the show. I mean, that's the best way that this show has grown over the past 3 years, is just literally talking about it. I mean, I'll be at work doing the same thing. I meet somebody new all the time who loves gambling and loves fantasy football. You'd be surprised how many people be out there that just love this type of shit, but don't have nowhere to go to do it. Like, some people don't know where to play Dynasty. Best ball, man, dude, hit us up in the comments, or if you're on Spotify or whatever. Maybe there's a place to send us the text or whatever. You can send us a mail. Come and join us, man. We would love to have you. We got us a whole new Dynasty League going right now with a bunch of new time players. We like to set up a little best ball, winner take all, $10 a pop type deal, stuff like that. So come play some best balls with us. But tonight we're talking about ADPs that we would smash in your startup drafts. So if it's always startups going on all the time. So
I just want to say it's crazy. Jaden Daniels got to the 1-6 here.
He's been going at the 101 in every mock draft that we've done.
Yeah, so this is crazy. He's at the 1-6, but he's between Burrow and my boy Bijan,
So you would take Bijan in the first round?
In the first round at 6? No, I mean I got to take Jaden Daniels for sure. But in any other league, I would be if I was doing a startup day, I would try and go after Bijan. I think.
I do agree with you about Jaden Daniels being so far down right there because me and Craftman have been seeing it, and I was surprised when I saw it. That dude was going 101 every time.
It's crazy.
I mean,
he's about to. I think he might be running. He might be RB1 this year, and then taking off.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you think?
Right,
so you think? Yeah, I agree. Bijan belongs in the first, but she just sitting here at the 9 spot, and CeeDee Lamb's still here. We'll go ahead and hit that.
Mahomes is still there.
Yeah, that.
Genty.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that. But I have seen, talking about ADPs, Malik Neighbors is going ahead of CeeDee Lamb in a lot of mocks right now. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like the age gap? Is that the reason why? But the quarterback situation is definitely on CeeDee Lamb's side right now.
Yeah, I would take CeeDee Lamb over Neighbors. I mean, I think Neighbors is good. I don't know. His quarterback situation is going to get better anytime soon unless, Dart turns out to be pretty good. But, CeeDee Lamb has Dak Prescott. They both just re-signed huge deals last year. So they're tied together for at least, 3-4 years now. So,
yeah, CD all day. I'm with you on that. I would take CD ahead of Malik Neighbors. Honestly, I think it would be close between Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors at that point because I'd still rather have T. Law over Jackson Dart as my quarterback. But heck, I mean, the Malik Neighbors hype is up there. Like I've seen some people have him as like wide receiver 1. I mean, his cost is definitely up there. As like if you want to trade for Malik Neighbors, like his cost is definitely up there with like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and CD at this point. Because you ain't getting them that much cheaper than that. It's too late to get them now. Crap, man, why don't you start us off with just an ADP off the top of your head that you would like to smash on at any time?
Well, a guy that I've been trying to trade for pretty hard in both of my dynasty leagues, Rashee Rice. He's going at ADP 45, so you're talking third, fourth round, and really fourth round. But I got some stats on him. He played 3 games last year. That was it. But he averaged 8 receptions a game and 96 yards per game. And since his bye week in his rookie year, it's a 9-game sample size. So you got the 9 games his rookie year, the 3 games he played last year after bye. He's been the wide receiver 3 in that time. So I'd say a pretty good sample size. I mean, we all watched it last year. It was like, man, he's taking the Travis Kelce role completely. Like yards after catch, over the middle of the field. Nobody can stop him for some reason. And I just think it's going to be the same. They said he's at practice right now, practicing with the ones, no limitations off the ACL. So that's a guy that I'm real in on this year. What do you think, Akil?
Oh, yeah. I love Rashee Rice. It sounds like he's coming back from a pretty gruesome injury pretty quick. So I think he's going to be they might start him off pretty slow, these first couple games, but I think him and Mahomes are going to be swinging that thing this year. Mahomes revenge tour coming soon.
You think it'll be kind of more of the same when he gets back on the field, or you think like Jalen Royals, they drafted him, you ain't worried about him, are you? Nothing like that.
Mm-mm. I think Rice goes right back to where he was at right before he got hurt. He's that good.
Where you at, Matt? You got another guy? You want to hit on Rice for a second?
I just want to comment on. I've been talking pretty negatively about Patrick Mahomes lately, as far as like fantasy football goes. But it's really like one of those things. Pocket passers just have down years and good years. But Patrick Mahomes has strung together a few like mediocre. Well, I say mediocre, but like not what we expect. But I'm just kind of thinking about what that offense is going to be like with Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy's role was starting to get bigger as time went on. So it's like that offense might be pretty solid, is what I'm thinking now. Just when you talk it out and you chop it up, you start thinking about stuff. You start realizing that hey, this offense does have potential to be pretty good. Um, I got a ADP. I'm on. Since you did a wide receiver, I'll do a wide receiver too. And Craftman knows, man, I was burnt by him last year. I was sick of his shit, man. Sick of it. I'm gonna talk about Jalen Waddle. Oh, my guy. It comes back to it every year. I can't help it, man. Listen, man, I was looking at it, and unless I'm wrong, his ADP is at 83.5. He's the wide receiver 32 off the board right now. To me, we're talking about a guy that's this low, but does still have top 12 potential. It's just hard for me to pass on somebody like that. You know what I'm saying, Kraft man? I saw a picture today though on Twitter. I think some big guy on the team had a Jalen Waddle jersey on. Unless that really was Jalen Waddle, motherfucker was looking fat. But I don't think that was really Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I mean Jalen Waddle, he's just somebody that burns you all the time. But it's just like, man, he's done dropped so low. I can't help it. I feel like I really want Jalen Waddle on my team. You know what I mean, Kraft man?
I don't mind it, but it's just so funny how you just keep coming back to him. Like you hate him, you love him. He is undervalued right now. But my question is the Miami offense going to be like it was last year, with it being a Jonnu Smith, Devon Achane out of the backfield, short passing game type offense? So they're going to get back to airing it down the field, and because with Jonnu tearing up the middle of the field like that should have been Waddle, in my opinion. Like that should have been Waddle. So why wasn't it Waddle? That's what I'm worried about. I mean, what do you think, Akil, on Waddle right now? You can't be too high on him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was probably the highest on Waddle, probably like a year, maybe 2 years ago. I mean, I traded for him. I was pretty high on him, but it feels like every year there's something going on with him. He's limping after every game, or he's coming off the field. So it's just, and I've had him for probably 3 years, 4 years now, and I was like, man, I can't do it anymore. So,
he's frustrating when you watch the
he
games,
could prove us wrong. Tyreek Hill could go next year or the year after, and Waddle could turn to a number one stud, but can't keep hoping and praying, man.
It's like I'm sitting here in startup, and you see the value in startup, but once it comes, fantasy football time, and you got to put them in that lineup, it gets frustrating as fuck when you see them go to the tent every game, man, every game, man. And I had him last year, and I was burnt by him. And heck, I even remember saying in our little group chat, I'm about sick of Jalen Waddle, and you was echoing that the whole way.
Man,
and I was like, man,
I feel like every time I needed a big game from him, it never happened.
Yeah, and you're right, Kraft man. Like if it's going to be more like this, how it was last year, it's really going to be an Achane, Jonnu Smith offense again. So, that's definitely my biggest concern. So, Akil, you got any names on your mind, or you want me and Kraft man to dish out a few more?
I mean, are y'all thinking any rookies early, or are there any rookies that come to your mind early with ADP where y'all would go early?
I got one.
Go ahead.
Not
man.
a wide receiver though. Hey, listen, man. I've been talking about it all year, man. Or all offseason. I can't help myself, dude. I look at it right now. Caleb Johnson. And listen, I'm not even saying I'm like this huge Caleb Johnson fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this dude is like literally sits perfect in my price range at literally every level, every kind of draft that we fucking do. Like rookie drafts. I look at startup drafts. I'm looking at everything. Hey, I mean, me and Kraft took him at the 110, and then we traded him away for Derrick Henry. But I mean, I'm just saying, Caleb Johnson right now is going as the RB20, and he's pretty much going to be the starting running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, he'll split time with Jaylen Warren, maybe a little bit at first, and Jaylen Warren's going to take some passing game. But Caleb Johnson is just that guy, that starter that is at that perfect price range. Like Craftman knows, like I don't really want to go into a startup paying big on a running back like that. Like I would on guys like Bijan and Gibbs and stuff like that. But like when we start getting like to guys like Saquon, I start having questions. Like it's just the same way with CMC 2 years ago. Like he had just went the fuck off, but in a startup draft, I really don't want to touch CMC. And I think I was proven to be right, at least for one season. You know what I mean? He's probably going to pop off this year, though. You never know. But Caleb Johnson, RB20, ADP 68. That is the perp and a rookie, so you get a few years of that shit. Well, what say you, Akil?
I love it. I was pretty surprised you went Caleb Johnson over, some other running backs like, Judkins or, but. I've been seeing some of the tape on him in the OTAs, and he looks good. He's like the best running back in that backfield. So I don't think it'll be long before he takes that role, and then you can see him that ADP rise pretty quick going into next year. So I think it's a good play.
Yeah, I kind of have a problem drafting rookies in startups for some reason. Like I always feel like they're too high and they get pushed up because of startups like right after the rookie draft, and people are just like they're still in the rookie season. I mean, I definitely will take them. I took Gibbs in our startup, but my running back's really Travion Henderson. That's the guy that I think is going to be blow up over there. Competition ain't that good. I like Vrabel over there, and they don't have a lot of weapons wide receiver wise, so they're going to have to dump the ball down over and over to Henderson. So I feel like he's like a knockoff Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe you get like an Achane type player out of him where he's just getting a lot of work. So, and he's explosive as hell too. So that's really the rookie that I'm on. Like a lot of them, you got Hampton, Marion Hampton. I like him a lot, but he's going as the RB5 in startups right now. So they got him about as at the ceiling anyway. So if you want him, you're going to have to pay for him. As far as running backs go.
Yeah, I agree. Throw another name out there for us, Crap Man.
Well, the guy just drafted there in the 4th round, you see it if you can zoom in. Kyron Williams, always undervalued every single time. Going about where I drafted him right here in the back of the 4th. He's looking to sign a new deal with the Rams. It seems like their contract situation might get panned out here soon. So as long as he's with the Rams and McVay, he's just going to keep eating. RB6 last year, RB7 the year before. I mean, well, I don't know how much you can ask for more than that with a guy like that, and he just keeps getting pushed down every single year. Like nobody seems to want him. You listen to a lot of Dynasty podcasts, they're always like, sell him, sell Kyron. So
yeah,
I just feel like he's kind of a steal where he's going right now in drafts as far as like what he's going to do in your lineup for 2 or 3 years. And that's really all you can ask for at running back.
Yeah. Man, look, Kyron, I say it all the time, Crap Man. I always say there's always that little hate list, and then there's a love list. Everybody loves these certain players where I'm just like, golly, I'm sick of it. And then there's these players over here that everybody just wants to hate all the time. Go ahead and slide Kyron Williams on that hate list right there. Because, I mean, didn't they take another rookie running back like late in the draft again? That dude's, whatever his name is, he's already getting pushed. I've seen it in the Twitter streets. Everybody wants to talk about him right now. Kyron Williams ain't no good. It's just, I agree with you 100%.
I mean, just look at this draft right here. You got Bucky Irvin going a full round ahead of Kyron. You got Devon Achane. I could see Achane a little bit more, but I still look at Achane and Kyron pretty similar. But Bucky's getting pushed up pretty high right here, going in the 3rd round. 1 round ahead. I kind of feel like that ADP might be a little whack, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Heck, look, well, since we're doing running backs, I'm gonna dig deep in the woods right here a little bit, and we never talk about this name on here, but what about Trey Benson? Trey Benson, he's going as the RB35 120 at 4.5 in your startup drafts, I will definitely take a shot on somebody like Trey Benson because he's got round 2 draft capital. James Conner's always hurt. It's just if they wanted to get more running backs or whatever, this was a deep running back draft class. Everybody, I know it's real early, but everybody's saying 2026 is weak as fuck as far as the draft class goes. I don't really buy into that kind of shit because I don't know if y'all know that 2025 what year was it? 23 class. That was going to be the greatest class in half a century or something like that, and that was some bullshit. So I don't really listen to too much of that kind of talk. But Trey Benson, man, I'm just saying he's got draft capital. He's going to be on an offense that's going to be good, and he's going real low, so you're not paying that much to get him. So he's just somebody deep in the dirt that I don't really mind. I would grab him. You know what I'm saying, Kraft man? I mean, it ain't like I'm a good big Trey Benson guy. Like I liked him when we did that when we was doing our rookie shit and stuff like that. Man, we're gonna get a kill on him when we do our rookie stuff way more next year because the kill usually deep. Because when you're tanking all the time, you're usually deep in all that shit. And
you gotta be.
But what do y'all think? I mean, am I crazy, Trey Benson, or would you just straight up avoid him all the way? Or
I'll let a kill handle this one.
Yeah, it's got to be at a good value. I feel like I saw him last year, and he wasn't really showing what I wanted from him. But you never know. I mean, they look good. At a good price. I would take a shot at him, see what happens. James Conner can't seem to stay healthy, so and they didn't draft anybody, so
Yeah,
he's got opportunity to come in there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he just got opportunity to come in there. Would you rather have like him or like Blake Corum or somebody from last year as your handcuff?
See, that's Trey Benson for me. Like, I don't really have I just believe in Kyron Williams so much that fuck out of here with Blake Corum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I got a name that Kill would like because he got him on his team. Oh, Ricky Pearsall. We're a little bit high on him. He's going in the 8th round this year in startups. This guy was a first-round pick last year. I mean, I feel like people just kind of discounting that he got shot and didn't play half the season. But, Debo's gone. Ayuk is kind of up in the air. He didn't look good before he even went out last year. So I don't know. I'm not very high on Brandon Ayuk at all right now. And Kittle, he's going to be the main guy. They signed Brock Purdy to a long term. So Pearsall he's going to have all the opportunity this year, but I had a couple things of him, but he only played really 2 games at the end of last year, but in them 2 games, he was averaging 9 targets and 7 receptions, scored 2 touchdowns in them last 2 games. So I feel like talent's there. It's just going to be, I hope he steps up with the opportunity he's going to have.
Yeah, go ahead, Akil. You got anything to say about Ricky Pearsall?
Man, Ricky Pearsall is my guy. I think he's gonna go off this year. His quarterback just got paid. Ayuk he's coming back from a pretty good or pretty bad knee injury. So I think Pearsall is about to go off. I know he's going through a little bit of a hamstring strain right now in OTAs, but I think he'll be ready come season time. He's about to go off.
Who do y'all think in? I was going to ask you who in redraft. What 49ers wide receiver would you pick first in redraft this year? Akil.
Is Kittle an answer?
Nah, Kittle ain't an answer.
I would go Pearsall. I would. I'll go Pearsall, and then
yeah.
I don't even know if I would take a chance on Ayuk this year.
About Jennings.
Jennings.
I was about to say, I feel like I lean Pearsall because I feel like everybody is leaning Juwan Jennings these days. I feel like Juwan Jennings is kind of up, so it kind of makes me think that Pearsall might have his opportunity to slide in there.
CMC this year. CMC and Kittle, really.
Kittle's going to have a big year again.
Yeah. I do agree with that. Boy, Kittle, man, be sleeping on him all the time.
Every year, it feels like.
Would you? I think I've asked Matt this, but Akil, while we're on Kittle, I don't know if we'll get to talking about him again. But if you were competing this year in Dynasty, would you trade one of these rookie tight ends like Warren or Loveland to go get Kittle in Dynasty?
Ooh, yeah, it depends. If I'm ready to go, then yeah. But I would try and hold on to, especially I'm a Warren guy, but any of those two tight ends, especially in the tight end premium league, like how ours is, I would definitely keep the younger one. But if you're ready to go, but even though those other two could easily go off,
I don't think they're putting up what Kittle's going to put up this year.
Kittle's gonna go. He's about to go ham this year.
He is.
I think so.
I agree. He gonna go bonkers. I want to answer that question. I would definitely trade one of them tight ends for Kittle. You know how I feel about them fucking tight ends. At least give me one that's about to do that thing. Yeah, fuck them all, man. So I mean, I don't really know what to even think about Warren and Loveland at this point. So especially Loveland, I really don't know what to think about him. And I was looking at Dynasty rankings. Loveland's up there, dude. That joker is high. I mean, I guess rightfully so. Yeah. He got drafted real high. So, but it's just like I don't really know what to think about those guys. They give me something that's proven. And if you're trying to win, I mean, what did you say, Akil? You got him for the 2.5. So it'd be like you got Warren for the 2.5 in one of our big leagues. So it would be like trading the 2.5 for George Kittle. Like if you could get something like that, I feel like I would do that. But I don't even think that happens. I don't even know if something like that would go down like that. So
you would take the 2.5 over. You take George Kittle over the 2.5.
Oh yeah. Feels like I should. Feels like I would.
Yeah.
But all right, then. Well, shoot, man. I got a wide receiver I want to talk about. A vet, though, Kraft, man. A veteran. Because I feel like I got something to say about Davante Adams. I would take him. I mean, holy shit. I'm looking at it right now, Kraft, man. 101.7, wide receiver 40 off the board. And I'm starting to think people are starting to sleep on Davante Adams a little bit as if he's washed. I know this man's getting old, but if you tell me that I got 2 years of Davante Adams with Stafford and the Rams, I snag that up in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even hesitate, man. I feel like this dude's about to eat. I mean, he didn't look bad. I mean, think about what the Jets were last year. Aaron Rodgers and Davante just playing some backyard football last year. Davante was still getting some numbers in some of them games. So now let's put him in a better situation where he's going to be playing some winning football, and he's going to have Puka Nacua on the side, and this offense is going to be rolling. A wide receiver 40? I mean, come on, Kraft, man. That shit ain't even debatable, man. I mean, that might be out of all the ADPs I ever saw on here today. Davante Adams was probably my favorite one of them all, man. I'd probably take him. I mean, think about the guys who I'm high on. Like, I got Jalen Waddle over here, and I got Rome Odunze, the wide receiver 19. Is Rome Odunze going to do what Davante Adams is about to do this year? I don't know, man. You know how high I am. I'm on Rome Odunze, so too easy, man. What do you think about that, Kraft?
I'm just comparing veterans and startup, and you got 2 years with Adams. Hopefully Stafford's there for 2. But I think that's the only reason he is down there is because people are wondering if it's 1 or 2 years with Stafford. But like you said, his ADP's at 101. Comparing some of the other vets, Mike Evans, ADP 87. Tyreek, ADP 81. So you're talking 2 full rounds after Tyreek Hill. And, Mike Evans is a good round ahead of him too. And I don't really see that much difference in Mike Evans and Davante Adams, the way their production is going to be, this coming year. But I was going to put Adams on there, but the receiver right before him was Ricky Pearsall. So I decided to go with that one. I like both of them guys in the same exact spot. And that's another trade you could make. Like that's a contender for a young guy in a league. If you want to try to do something like that, trade Adams for Pearsall or vice versa.
Akil, in a competing season, would you trade a young guy like Pearsall? Maybe not Pearsall specifically, but maybe just some kind of young guy that's kind of sitting around. Would you trade a young guy like that for somebody like Davante Adams if you're going 100%. For it?
I actually was I have another league that I'm in, Dynasty League, 12-man Superflex, and I was going for it all last year. And in season, I traded my 26th first for Devontae Adams. So, and I ended up coming second in the league, but I got Devontae Adams for a first round pick last year. And that first time ended up being Colston Loveland. So after that happened, I was pretty high on Devontae Adams, and especially with him going to the Rams, with Stafford, Puka, McVay, he's on, these next 2 years, he can really at least, go where he was at before, but not anymore,
Man, dude,
Well,
if you could trade a 26 first. Yeah.
Send it. I got Adams. You got Pearsall. Send it.
Hey, if you could get Devontae Adams for a 26 first, I would do that shit all day, man. All day. That's a good trade right there, Q. So
in the chat, we got trade raped, all this, but man. I got Mike Evans for the 204.
No, man.
Damn. Oh, you're gonna have to get me in. You have to get me in that league, okay?
my team in this league is stacked, bro. It's so stacked. Saquon.
You're gonna have to get when we do our next fake stuff Dynasty league. You might have to get some of them guys and
they're all in that league. They're all hardcore, but they're just all about tanking. So I'm the one that's going for it now. I'm the opposite of what our other league is.
Man, ain't that something crap, man? Akil the one getting the vets in that league.
Yeah, bro. I got Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews, Mike Evans, Saquon, James Conner, Jalen Hurts, bro. All my teams, I'm ready to go this year, and I'm tearing it down.
I feel you, Akil.
Yeah.
Take that money all the way down. All right.
But
all right, look, Kraft, man. I got a name. I'm not gonna go in on this one because I just talk about it too much. But I did say Rome Odunze, wide receiver 19. If you just believe the man's good, and if you believe the Bears' offense should take a step up, then that's somebody I would wide receiver 19. If you really think he's gonna be that, then go ahead and do it. But Kraft, man, I got a few quarterbacks I want to talk about because I'm looking at the startup that me, you, and Akil are doing right now, and CJ Stroud went in the third round. And me and you, in that, I bring it up all the time in that FFPC league. That man CJ Stroud went at the 101. You know what I mean? He come off that good rookie season, the 101. Right here, I'm seeing him in the third round. His ADP is QB 11, 27.4, third round material. So I've always said this, and I'll say it 100 more times. I'll say it. If we do this podcast till the day we die, I'm going to say this statement 100 times. CJ Stroud, you should view him like Joe Burrow. They're going to have great years, and they're going to have down years. I think CJ Stroud's going to have a great year this year. He just had a down year. He's probably they're sitting here investing in the wide receiver spot. Like the Texans are committed to building and giving this guy weapons and stuff. So QB 11, I mean, come on now. That's crazy, man. I would definitely take him way higher than that. So CJ Stroud is definitely at a value right now, I believe.
No, for sure. Recency bias is a bitch, man. You have one little down year with a terrible offensive line and hurt weapons. I mean, Diggs was hurt. Nico got hurt for a long time. Tank Dell went out. Like, he lost everybody last year. And they come back. They go a couple states up and just stick with Iowa State and get a bunch of wide receivers. One that I really like. So, I mean, they're trying. The only thing I hope they address that offensive line. But yeah, CJ Stroud in the third. That's easy. When you got Drake May going a couple spots ahead of him, like what the fuck are we talking about here?
Hey, hold on now. I do want to say this. I ain't gonna hate on Drake May. I feel like that dude. I mean, what was his ADP? It was something like QB 9 or something like that.
QB 9. He's on the next episode, Matt.
Oh man. Well, we might have to get Chris on. We might have to call him up. He might hop on that pile a little bit. But I mean, Akil, do you disagree with the CJ Stroud at QB 11? Like, would you snag him a little earlier, or what do you think?
I think it's crazy. He went in the third round. Kraft was saying, he lost everything last year. Didn't have anything but Joe Mixon, and they still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is he's a baller, bro. And he's gonna have those years, but to get him in the third round. Now, would you say? I know you did take him over Bo Nix, but was there thinking about that at all? Was there thought about it, or was it just all
Man,
the way to
not for
CJ
me.
Stroud?
Not for me, but I'm definitely good with Bo Nix. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bo Nix is like where I would. I mean, I feel like his ADP was perfect. I mean, what was did he go right after CJ? Where did he go, kid?
Yeah, I picked Stroud ahead of him. He went a couple.
I think he went 2 picks later. I think.
Yeah, 2 picks later. I was looking at both, but I just think I like Bo Nix. I ain't got nothing against him. I did have something against him coming in last year. I was wrong about that.
You
but
guys did not like Bo Nix last year.
we didn't.
Hold
We
on
didn't.
now. Akil's right that I was saying I didn't like him, but when you could get a Bo Nix at the 2-1, I mean that's not even debatable. You need to go
Yeah,
ahead
it
and
was.
snag that. I thought that was Akil's best pick of the whole damn rookie draft, probably.
Yeah, he's Bo Nix in a quarterback, especially in a super flex league. The quarterbacks I feel like should not be getting first round quarterbacks. Should not be getting out of the top 10, top 11 picks. Like even like Penix he went after Bo Nix.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
And
That was a trade.
where did
Yeah.
Jackson Dart go in our league? He went 112 this year, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be real, Kill. That dude was going way later. I thought that dude went in the second round. I might be wrong about that, but
I've seen him on the second
I
round,
agree.
but there's something I would take him in the first.
Yeah.
But like if I had a late first, I would have taken him too. Like these quarterbacks,
I'm
they're
with
gonna.
you, man.
I feel like I know Kraft, you're not really big on the quarterbacks, but I think they're the ones that, especially in a 6-point passing, touching on league, like those quarterbacks can carry you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm big on the quarterbacks, and I agree with everything you said. Like first round quarterbacks, they shouldn't make it out of the first round in your rookie drafts. Like
Way.
I traded in my dynasty league. He was sitting at the 205, and I didn't have the pick. I traded Joe Mixon to get Jackson Dart at the 205. So I didn't want to make that. I didn't want to make that mistake again. Like even if a first round quarterback comes into a murky situation, like where he got Russell Wilson ahead of him, you got Jameis there. First round quarterback is going to get playing time, so it's just going to depend on if they're good or not. Yeah, they invest too much, so he's going to play.
And they traded back in to get him, so they want that 5th year. They want they want him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I
agree.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, as far as Bo Nix goes, like the Stroud versus Nix thing is just, I think Stroud got a little bit better weapons. That's really the only thing. But Bo Nix does run though. Got a good head coach over there. Like Bo Nix should be just fine, and I'd take either one of them really.
So looking at the CJ Stroud, like after his first year, he was like 101. You need to get him over Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, all that. This year, it's Jaden Daniels. Like, do y'all see like a world where next year we're looking at Jaden Daniels if he has a down year in the 3rd round, 4th round, or is his stock like Jalen Hurts? Lamar, he's done. He's good.
I say no way that dude. I don't know, man. I guess
I mean, we didn't
view
everyone was saying the same thing about CJ Stroud. This guy's
weapons got hurt, man.
Agree. Yeah, and another thing for me is like he's just more of a pocket passer than Jaden Daniels is. I feel like Jaden Daniels, I know he likes to sit back there. He can do it all. But I just view him a little more mobile and can get those little hidden fantasy points for you a little bit. Like I don't see the drop off. Like I just don't know. I mean, that's a great question though, Kill. There ain't no doubt about it because Jaden Daniels is literally sitting here up at that top, like we was seeing CJ Stroud last year. But if you remember, Kraft, man, I would say CJ Stroud was kind of a sell high a little bit, just because I've just stayed true to. I view him as like a Joe Burrow type deal, but I don't know. I just don't see it like that with Jaden Daniels this year. But if it did, I wouldn't be surprised some kind of sophomore slump has to, like, I don't know. I feel like the NFL is like you come in, you do your thing, and then the NFL figures you out a little bit, and then you adjust. So if you can adjust, then that makes you a great quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. We're about to see that. I believe C.J. Stroud will do that. I believe Jada Daniels will probably do that too.
But like, if he has
Yeah.
a down year, is he still first round startup next year? Is he second round? Or is his stock like, or it's right here? He can't go down.
I
You
mean,
think?
he can go down a little bit, but I think even if Jaden, as long as he stays healthy, if Jaden has a bad year in real football, I still think it's going to be good for fantasy. That's the difference between Stroud and Jaden is like you're going to get all them rushing yards. And even if he has we've seen Justin Fields absolutely be straight up garbage and still finish in the top 10 in quarterbacks. Like if you're running the way he does, they could go 6-11 this year, and he'll still probably be all right for fantasy, in my opinion.
That's tough though. Those tough questions. I love those tough questions like that. I'm gonna stay on brand. I'm not gonna talk about him too much because I'll talk about him. Kyler Murray. I always feel like he's a
Here we go.
value. The dude, QB 13. I've seen him finish QB 2 before. You know what I'm saying? Even last year, even if you just think that was some kind of fluke, he finishes like QB 9 or QB 10 this year, and he's going as QB 13 right now. It's just like I always say it, man. That love and hate list, Kyler will always be on that hate list, no matter what. So, but look, crap, man. I'm gonna bring one more name up, and I'm gonna let you take over. You throw every name out you want to throw out, but we already said we were planting our motherfucking flag on our guy Michael Penix Jr. This dude's going as QB 20 right now, man. I'm all in on Penix Jr. Man. When the Falcons drafted him, man. I might have been the only happy Falcons fan in the whole damn world, man, because I was happy as fuck we grabbed that. That was while everybody was hating on the Falcons, that was the most buttoned up pick I'd ever seen us do, man. We picked up Kyle Pitts in the third as the number 3 overall pick one time, Kraft, man. So of course I'm gonna be happy we grabbed the quarterback in the top 10 that I believe in. So Michael Penix, if you really believe it, QB 20. Me and Crabman's planted our flag on this guy. Akil he's a fellow Falcon fan with me, so I'm just kind of interested to see what he thinks. But I just love me some Michael Penix.
I'm a big Penix guy. Penix.
You are a big Penix guy.
You be seeing Penix, Michael. He's a big. I mean, I think he's gonna go off this year. He's got the weapons. I got him in this mock draft at the 6'6". I think he's about to go absolutely insane. He can run the ball if he needs to. He can, and the way the ball comes out of his hand, maybe it's just the lefty bias in me, but man, that thing looks nice.
Man, hey, tell me, Akil. It's just an honor to watch him spin the rock, man. It's an honor, man. That motherfucker.
That man's hands. That man can throw that thing. But we'll see. Like I said, getting him in the 6th round, it's crazy. It was between him and JJ McCarthy. With McCarthy getting, Justin Jefferson, but Penix, my guy. I love me some Penix.
I'm with you, man. I love it. I fucking love it too, man. God damn, I love it. I mean, I'm telling you, our window. Listen, I always say I talk about this with the fellas, Craft, man. Like the last team I need to see win a championship before I die is the Falcons. Like I've seen my other teams win a championship. I really want the Falcons to do it. So I'm just hoping this next 7 years we have some type of window where the fucking Falcons can win a little something. So I'm in on Michael Penix in real football too. And it's not just a bias because I hate on the Falcons and Falcons fans probably more than anybody there is out there. So I really like Penix, but if QB 20 is just a great price. So if you really believe, that's just super cheap. So Craftman, you got anything to say?
No, I agree with everything you said until you started talking about the Falcons, winning Super Bowls and stuff. Like I was like, oh yeah, they spitting real facts over here. Then I was like, oh shit, the Falcons fans then doing it again, thinking they're gonna make the playoffs and maybe go to a Super Bowl.
Hey, this is our year.
Hey,
Yes,
y'all's year for number 2 in the division. Y'all fight for that number 2 spot. Y'all fight with all y'all
This is
got for
our
that number
year.
2 spot. Yeah, we'll see. They still got to get a defense and a pass rush. Hopefully, they drafted enough on that defensive line to get to the quarterback. But
Yeah,
if they can do that, and Phoenix is good, then y'all might stand a chance against the Bucks in the division, and then lose in the first round.
yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and just disagree with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You know what I
until we
mean?
see it, I don't know.
But but go ahead, Crabman. I know you got some names. I threw a bunch of names out there today, so go ahead.
I got Dak Prescott. This is one of the guys that I just can't get off of every single year, but it just kills me. He's going at QB 21. You got Baker. I love me some Baker, but Baker's sitting up there like QB 9 or 10 or something like that. And as far as that goes, like Baker just had the best year of his career. He finished as the QB 4. Dak's done that. He's had 2 top 3 finishes in his career, and he's only 1 year older than Baker. So I just don't see no reason to be down on Dak this year or, the next 3 or 4 years. Signed a contract, got Pickens there, got CeeDee Lamb. Terrible. Their defense ain't good anymore. They ain't got no running game. They're going to have to throw the ball. So I think we might see another year of Dak being like top 5. It could definitely happen this year. Go top 5, and you're looking at a top 10 quarterback every single year he plays that he's healthy. So he just gets a little disrespect being on them Cowboys, which I don't like him either. But you know how they're gonna throw the ball.
Hey, they might lead the league in passes. I say it all the time. Yeah. I said it last year, but I think we should rerun that back and say it again. They might lead the league in pass attempts this year. So I'm high on CD. I'm high on Jake Ferg. Heck, I'm slightly high on George Pickens, like as a 2 guy. Like, not how it is. Like, I mean, that dude's stocks fell off a ton since being the number 1 with Pittsburgh before last year. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm with you, Crab, man. Dak Prescott's always going to be that guy, underappreciated. So can't hate on that take.
I don't know how either with all the Cowboys love, but I got one last guy. We can do this one quick, but I like Mike Gesicki, man. He's going in the 17th round in startups, tight end 33, going behind guys like Zach Ertz. I don't know how that makes any sense. Zach Ertz is like 45 years old. Gesicki's 29. He just signed either 2 or 3 year deal with the Bengals. So he's just going to be one of them. He ain't going to lead the team in targets, and not even close. Like, he's got 2 studs ahead of him. But as a tight end that you can just draft in the 17th round that you can just play every week because he's going to be on the field, like, you can't really ask for more than that when he's going behind guys like Elijah Arroyo and guys that hadn't even played yet. So, like, if you're just punting the position in startups, like, why not just grab Gesicki later?
Yeah, don't disagree. Let's put a kill on the spot, man. What's just like one player out there that you just like can't not draft? You see him, you gotta get him no matter what.
I actually drafted him in this startup in the 3rd round. My boy Marv. I think there's been a lot of hate on this man. He came in here, didn't do what everyone thought he was going to do, 1,500 yards, whatever, in his first year. He had, 808 touchdowns, I think. I think, and then people just wrote him off like he was garbage, So I think he's about to come back. People have been seeing him recently. He's been putting on weight. He's been looking good, And the other person I was high on was his quarterback too, which you talked about earlier, Kyler Murray. I think both of them are going to have their own little mini revenge tour. I think they're going to show the league that they're, a deal that needs to be especially in fantasy football. If you can get that stack, I think this year, this might be the stack, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm so glad Akil brought up Marv because I agree, man. I do think, it's just funny how this fantasy football community works, man, because, man, they were literally taking Marv at the end of the first round in, like, best ball and redraft and stuff like that. And what did I say, Crap, man? I said, that's fantasy football malpractice right there. There ain't no damn way I would take Marv that high. But I'm just going to be real. Marv, I think he's about to eat this year. Like, there's a reason they viewed him as a generational talent. He's going to have another year with his quarterback, with his same tight end, with the same offense, with the same head coach. It didn't work out last year. So fucking what? The dude's what? 21, 22 years old. Like, the dude's young as fuck. Like, they're about to do this for the next 3 to 4 years. Marv is clearly, I mean, you got him in the third round. So I like in this little mock draft here. I know it was a computer or whatever, but JSN went ahead, Garrett Wilson, Lad McConkey. I mean, I know you love McConkey, Craft Man, but it's like I took in fact, we're doing best balls right now. I took Marvin Harrison. I took him over Garrett Wilson. I took him over a couple of these guys. Like, I could not agree more with what Akil is saying. Like, I feel like his price right now is a little bit. I'm not gonna say right. I'm gonna say it's kind of cheap because I would trade. Man, if I could trade Lad McConkey and get Marvin Harrison, that's not even debatable, Craft.
Yes.
Man. What do you think about that?
I really hate what's happened with Lad this season. Like he jumped up way higher than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Like I loved him last year because he was a steal. He was a steal in drafts, and now you're talking about taking. I still think he's going to be super solid, but if you're playing for upside, Marvin Harrison's definitely got to be the pick. But McConkey's going to be fine. That offense is just weird, man. They want to run the ball. They draft offensive linemen. They draft a bruiser running back who they're going to run the hell out of. They got 2 bruiser running backs back there now. You know what they want to do. And McConkey's going to get most of the targets over there. But, I think they're both good picks. But Marv, he's got to be the pick.
Shout out my boy DT, Dr. Thomas. He said in our league that he wouldn't trade McConkey for Marvin Harrison. I thought he was.
It's close to me though.
Yeah.
But DT, man, he's got a track record, and if he's saying something, I would go.
Yeah, that's
shout out my boy DT.
Yeah,
that's my boy.
Oh man. Gotta get him. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have DT back on the pod here soon. I'm with you. When he said that, made that statement, Akil, I said I'd trade McConkey plus for Marv. So
heck no. Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't do it.
So that one's I like it. I mean, would you take him over Garrett Wilson? I'm kind of high on Garrett Wilson this year, but would you take Marv over Garrett? What about in redraft? Let's just say in a redraft for a best ball, would you take Marv or Garrett Wilson?
I would
I'd take Marv.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
And I know you like Wilson. You're the highest on him this year. I'm not. I think he's going to be fine. But I don't think it's going to be nothing special.
It's just one of those things where it ain't.
Who finishes better?
It ain't like
Malik?
Who?
Marv or Malik?
I'm gonna say Marv.
I would say Marv. I would. And look where Malik went in this draft. Went 1-8.
I'll say that's fantasy malpractice right there, and maybe not dynasty, but in redraft, you got Marv going like the 109 or something. Russell Wilson. Hey, I think he threw 12 touchdowns last year with Pittsburgh. I mean, I love Malik Neighbors and all, but if you just want a DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin type season, then you're going to get it this year out of Malik Neighbors. Yeah. You're going to get it, and you're going to ask for it. And you're asking for it when you take him at the 109 this year. Like, it ain't happening. The quarterback situation is too bad.
Crap, man, I hope our little AI picks up that little statement right there and puts it in a short for us. That little DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin type season. I'm with you, though, man. I mean, Malik Neighbors' hype is way like, hey, my brother, he's got Malik Neighbors in the home league, and we talking a little, I was with him a couple weeks ago, and we were talking, and he thought we were crazy because of one of these shorts we saw. Like, I can't even remember what it was. Like, it had to do with Drake London and Malik Neighbors, and I was thinking, man, I was like, John, man, Malik Neighbors did like 2 good games, bro. He dropped like 50 and in those games, like the man went off. I get it, but it's like that Joker's stock is way up high right now, crap, man. It's way up there. So, I mean, I'm not saying that people are wrong or anything, but I'm just saying it is up there. So make you a little decision if you want. Any other names we want to toss out there?
No, I put Rashad Bateman in ADPs I like. I mean, we don't have to talk about him that much, but he did score 9 touchdowns last year, 16 yards per catch. Like, he was like a mini Jameson Williams last year. I don't think people realize how good Bateman did at the end of last year. Then he signed a 3-year deal with the Ravens. So Zay Flowers is pretty good, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Rashad Bateman, outscored Zay Flowers here in the next couple of years. So not calling for it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Shit, what did I want to say is I see old Travis Hunter going up pretty high, and that's just another one where I'm always like, I just don't know what to think about this guy right here. So, I mean, we're taking him over some big name wide receivers like even A.J. Brown and, guys like that in this draft. So, I don't know what to think about a guy like that. He fell to me in my rookie draft, so he's on my team now. But I'm just saying, it looks like he's going pretty high in startup drafts.
Well, I'm going to ask you the same question. You got to ask you the same question that you asked Akil. What player you're not trying to leave the draft without?
I mean,
Matt?
it's just, I mean, heck, I don't know, man. You know me, I just go and get these wide receivers and stuff like that and build up on them. But, guys that I'm not, it's just guys that I always talk about, like Kyler. Like, I'm not leaving without him. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to be my QB2, I'm grabbing him. But, I mean, heck, I think guys that are underrated are guys that we kind of talk about every now and then, like Egbuka. Like, I think I took him in our little draft right here at the 5. It's like I really want Egbuka on my team because I don't really believe Chris Godwin's going to be back like that. That Joker's been hurt too much. Like, how many injuries can you come back from? And some people are asking questions on Twitter like, would you rather have Chris Godwin or this or Chris Godwin and that? And I'm just thinking, man, there ain't no way I'm touching Chris Godwin with some of these names y'all are putting up there. So Egbuka is definitely one of those guys that I kind of like. But hey, as far as I don't really know, Craftman, until I'm going to do this startup draft with Noah Bubble Blower, and I'll really get some answers then. So what about you, Craftman? Any names you just can't leave without?
I mean, we talk about the same guys. I like guys like Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson. I want to draft them guys like any chance I get. I ain't trying to leave any of my drafts without some of them guys. But I'm gonna keep it a little quiet. The guys I like and the guys that I don't like. I'm not touching Chris Olave with a 10-foot pole. It doesn't matter where he is. He's gonna have to drop a long way. But JSN's kind of, I loved him last year, but I feel like he's another guy that I'm not really – I don't feel that comfortable with. I feel like his stock's risen a little bit too high too. Got to buy low, sell high, man.
Yeah,
not the opposite.
Yeah. Went ahead of Marv in this mock draft. We ain't on that
that's
one.
That's just crazy, man. That's crazy.
Shit. Jaden Higgins. A guy that Craftman loves. I love him too.
Yeah, both the Higgins brothers. I'll draft both of them every single draft. I like T. I like Jaden. Every draft.
Yep. All right. Well, shoot, man. Is there anything else we need to give to these people content-wise? Kill. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
Yeah, actually, since I have you guys here, I had a couple, trade questions for you two since I don't see you guys too often. So I was wondering if I could run a few things by you two and see what y'all feel on some of these trades I've been getting recently in these dynasty streets. So I'm in another league. I have Kyler, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix. I'm competing. I'm going for it. And I got an offer the other day. It is Milroe, Darnold, Scary Terry, and a 26-second for Kyler.
No.
Oh, hell no. Hell no, man.
Is there any world where if the 26-second turns into a first mid, say, does that move the needle?
Terry was the only name in there that even meant anything.
Milroe, Darnold,
I guess
those don't move the needle to Kyler at all?
No.
I agree. So I'm on the Kyler side.
It is, yeah. The only thing is you're taking a whole quarterback room, So if you want the whole room, plus
this is super flex,
I got on the phone with the guy that sent me the trade, and he thinks Milroe is the next Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, see, I don't think that. But
man, people say dumb shit all the time. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. When we did our rookie stuff, and I watched Jalen Milroe for 2 years, like that motherfucker ain't shit. Like I've been done said that. Like when
And
they
I told him the
said,
same thing.
"Oh,
I was like, man, yo, I've watched this guy play for the last 3 years. That's not somebody I want on football. You know what I'm saying?
hey, listen, when they said Florida State can't be in because their quarterbacks got hurt or whatever, and then they put Alabama in, and I said, have y'all seen Jalen Milroe play? I meant that shit. That motherfucking Jalen Milroe ain't shit. He's athletic as fuck and fast as fuck. If you can get some kind of package and do some things with Jalen Milroe, I'm all for it. But I ain't in fantasy football. No way.
Yeah. So I said no. But here's my other trade. Joe Burrow for Jared Goff, a late 27 first, and let's say a mid 26 second, or 26 first.
Hey, a
Now, I was
mid
in this
26.
trade by my boy.
I think you should accept that one. That sounds like a good one. I don't think you can't pass on deals like that. It's like deals of the century. Like you don't
I think
get
I try and
offers
break
like
my
that.
record for how fast I can deny your trade, like every time.
Hey, that's an early 26 first. Don't call that a mid. That's Noah's. That's gonna be like the 101 next year.
Hey,
But there
man,
in the world,
I'm with
is there
you on-
any world where you can trade Joe Burrow if it's not for one of those people in that first round?
I would do that trade if I wasn't competing, or if I knew I wasn't competing. I'd probably
I'm
smack. I
competing,
might
so I'm
smack
going
that
for
trade
it.
right
You know
there.
what I'm saying? I'm going for it.
That's the thing.
You got him.
Akil gonna finish. He gonna finish 5th in that division, but he competing.
Man, I'm in the stack division this year, but you never know, man. Couple cars might
You
go my
are now.
way. You never know.
You sure you ain't
I
logged
do
into my
agree that
account
you
when
in
you
that
look at your
stacked division.
team?
Hey, if I get a few hit, Marv hit, Bo hit, Hampton hits, T hits. We could be something. Yo, T's on the block, by the way.
Hey,
T's been on the
the
block, man,
best
for a
sell high in
while.
Dynasty.
Yeah, I've
You
been trying
think
to sell
so?
him. NDB, hit me up.
I tell T Higgins.
I'll give you.
Hey,
I'll give you Adams and that early first next year for him.
damn.
Ooh.
You got to pay up to get players you want, baby. No, I can't.
I bet you
actually,
won't
I can't.
send
I
that
can't
crap,
I
do
would
it.
be
man.
open to send him my
I
way,
would
my
do
boy.
it.
Send him my way.
I would send it now, but I forgot I do have Jamar Chase, so I don't need to do that. I don't need both of
Oh,
them.
that's true. You don't want the. I mean, that's
You don't want
some
the
good exposure to
the
have.
double stack.
If
Well,
there's
shoot,
any
man.
double stack to have, that's definitely the one to have.
It's true. I mean, it wouldn't kill your team.
I do agree with that.
It would definitely not kill your team. What did he have like last year in the playoffs? It was something crazy. It was
Oh yeah, he went
Hey,
off.
championship week,
went
he had
off.
like 40 in championship
40.
week, I think.
Yeah, 40 championship
Something like that.
day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craft Man. Well, we'll be hitting up in Noah Bubble Blower. The Kill wants to talk to
Oh,
you.
it's bubble blower now?
Hey, he's a. I don't want to put his business out there, but he's gonna be a father here soon. We can't be calling him Dick Blower for too long. I feel bad for that. I don't want his kids seeing, oh, his dad was a dick blower.
Hey,
gotta call him Bubble Blower.
Hey man, y'all don't think Diddy was a dick blower, even though he got kids,
Man.
I'm sure, running around?
I'm
just
dead,
saying.
bro. We already know he was. Oh man. Well, shoot, fellas. Listen, man. We thank y'all for listening to this episode. Check us out on YouTube. Me and Akil and Crabman got a mock draft. We didn't talk about it too much because we were talking about ADPs and players we like. But check out our mock draft we did in the background. But check us out anywhere. Apple, Spotify. These guys listen to Spotify. So check us out on Spotify. But you can check us out on YouTube. Anywhere you can get a podcast, you should be able to hear us. And if you don't, let me know. I'm going to try to get us on there. I say the same thing every show. Don't be a motherfucking hoe. Share the goddamn show. Craft Man, is there anything you'd like to add to us?
No, I was just laughing at that tongue twister that had you tied. You said 80 please.
Hell
I was like,
yeah.
that's gonna be the name of the episode right there. 80 please.
I know, right?
but no, I appreciate everybody for listening. And Akil, great to have you back on, man. What What you got for us?
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys having me on. Always love being on this pod, talking this with y'all. All the fake stuff on it. Next time we on, I'm gonna try and get with the Dunk. That boy's ugly, but trying to get him on here. He's been in the streets going hard on some of these trades. We did dive into what he's doing and what he's saying to some of these folks, but I appreciate you guys having me on. Always a pleasure. Get back on.
So, man, I'm super glad. I always when I introduce Akil, he's my commish. He's my bookie. For real, everybody out there, man. I know it's not just friends listening to us. We definitely got a few random folks out there listening to us. So if you like to gamble, that's the guy right there. That motherfucker right there with Akil Galani in his name. That right there is the bookie right there. He could put you on. Hit us up. We'll set you up. But and Jordan Harris, if you hear this, I know he's been listening to the podcast lately. Motherfucker.
My boy.
All talk, man. That motherfucker's all talk. He even text me today. I might hit Akil up. I bet you ain't get a text from him, have you, Akil?
Hit my line, Jordan. Take care of you.
Hit it line. Hey, I say this every time. Like, Akil changed the game for me. There ain't no doubt about it. Like, I do keep my original site. I make my tiny bets, my $3, $5, and $7 bets. But my little medium and bigger size bets, I go to Akil Galani. So like I said, that man changed the game for me. So I recommend it. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend if you really like gambling and stuff like that. It don't get no easier than going to betnow.com and doing it with Akil Galani, because if you get your money sent to you or you got to send it, I mean, it's so simple, man, to your Cash App or Venmos or Apple Pay, whatever you got out there. So I really want to put Akil on. I would say it every episode. It's just I don't want to get, it's just one of those things. I want Akil to be able to put his name on it. I don't want to say something I shouldn't say. We down here in the Southeast. That's all I'm going to say. So, but yeah. Anything else we should add before we get rid of this episode?
Akil, I was going to ask you, is that it? I thought it was 187. Is it Bet Now 187?
Oh,
yeah,
187.
But hit me if you need anything. I'll take care of you.
Bet Now 187. Bet Now 187.
Yeah, my bad. I dropped the ball on that one, didn't I?
He sent him to another site. Taking the clientele away.
Yeah. You are dead serious. Yeah, you are right. Bet Now 187. But Akil Galani is the bookie to go to, and me and Craftman can put you on immediately with Akil Galani. So just let us know if you into that kind of stuff. But I think that about wraps this episode on up. So I just want to say thank y'all for listening. Add us, subscribe, like it. It really helps us out. But with that said, we are out.
Peace.
Peace.